Hello, hello. How are you today? Welcome. If you are able to be here live with me, say hello. I love to connect with you. If you're watching later as a replay, say hello. Here we are in the middle of the summer. How wild. It is summer solstice, June 21st, 2023. And what a time. What a time to be alive. How are you today? I am just feeling so good and taking in the energy of this day. This is such a powerful healing time, and I just want to express that to you. The summer solstice is really an opportunity to rejuvenate yourself, your spirit, reconnect with yourself. And I love when we can use the energy of nature to use this and look at the light inside of ourselves and how that shines so abundantly to everyone else around us. The sun is the most potent energy and light. Think about all the things that we need the sun for. The sun grows our food. The sun allows our food, allows plants and crops to grow. It allows growth. It allows our beautiful trees and plants and all the things that we look at each day that makes us so happy. The sun provides vitamins for our body. Vitamin D from sunlight is one of the most important ways to get this vitamin in our body. Vitamin D is not found in a lot of other sources that we consume. And sunlight is the primary way that we are getting that fat soluble, so important vitamin that supports our immune system, supports our metabolism to feel our best. So this is marking a shift in the year. It's a time of inner power, of brightness, and use this extra daylight to bring your vision to fruition, to life. So I am going to walk through with you a really quick visual exercise. And this is something that I have my nutrition clients do in the beginning of us working together. Because if you don't know where you're going or what you want or what success looks like for you in your journey or what a milestone of success looks like for you, it's kind of like throwing a dart at the dartboard, right? You're aiming for a bullseye, but your eyes are closed and you don't really know where you're aiming. It's like it's black or the lights are off and you can't see where you're going. You can't see the dartboard. And so you're just throwing the dart aimlessly. You're like, hope this works out. I hope this gets in the center. I hope this gets where I want it to. But do you even know what you want? Do you even know what that feels like for you? Like, do you even know how good it feels to feel good? This is something I see so often when I'm working with people is through our time together. They're like, I didn't even know that it could feel this good to feel good. And then when sometimes we fall back into old habits of things and behaviors that don't support us in feeling good, it's so much more potent or recognizable of feeling bad or feeling poor or feeling lethargic or digestion's off or poor energy, because that was your baseline. Like that was your standard of normal before. And now you've created this new standard for yourself. Majority of the time, that's how you feel. And so therefore, when you go have those days that you feel back, we all have those days, right? Oh, we don't feel good. But when you go back to habits that are in alignment with where you were in moments, which happens, it's like, wow, this is why I made these changes in my life. This is why I prioritize things differently. This is why I showed up for myself, because this is how good I get to feel in my life. And it's such a beautiful thing. All right, so we're going to go through this quick exercise together. I would love for you to do this when you have a moment undistracted. So if you're just scrolling and you're like kind of listening to me as you're doing 10 other things, I love you, but this is not going to be helpful to you. It's so important that you're doing these meaningful exercises when you have space and you have the capacity to really do this in a meaningful way. So I typically have my clients write this out, and it's wild to see how this comes to life through our time together. It's wild. I want you to envision who the person is that you want to show up as 6 months from now. So we are about the halfway point of 2023. December 21st is 6 months from now, which is almost the end of the year. Who is the person that you want to be at the end of the year? This may not be where you want to be ultimately, but who is that person 6 months from now? And I want you to really think of this as there are no barriers to getting there. Because so often that's how we get caught up of like, well, this would be nice, but there are no barriers. So it may be helpful for you to close your eyes and you can really envision this for yourself. What are you doing on your perfect day? From the moment that you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do, until the moment that you rest your head and lay down in your bed. What is the first thing you are doing? And I want you to get like so specific. If the first thing you're doing in the morning is grabbing your phone, this is literally creating your day for yourself. So maybe you want to start sipping your water right when you wake up in the morning. And then you want to go put on your workout clothes that you have laid out already. Because the person that you are 6 months from now prioritizes movement in their day. So I want you to go through your day step by step. Who is she? What is she doing? He or she. That is just that exercise right there. That question is gonna really bring some things to light and see those steps so clearly of how you are taking steps now to become that person. What does that person do for fun? What is that person that you want to show up to be, the vision you have for yourself, this identity you have for yourself? What do they do for fun? Do you even know what fun feels like or means to you at this point? If you've been so preoccupied with everybody else's life, which no judgment, it happens as we let our needs come more to the bottom of the priority list. For fun, do you go traveling? Do you go to the lake? Do you take time to make a delicious meal in the kitchen that you prepare for your family? And maybe right now that doesn't sound fun for you, but it's probably because you're so overscheduled that it feels like another thing on your to-do list. But how can you look at these? Do you connect with a friend that you absolutely love? Do you pick up an instrument that you've had sitting in your house that you haven't used for so long and start playing that again? Violin, piano, drums, whatever. What does that person do for fun? Where and who do they live? Where and whom do they live? And with who? So like, where do you live that would be just ideal for you? What is your space look like? Your environment, your kitchen, your bathroom? What colors are there around you? Who do you live with? Where do you work? What does your work look like? Do you work from home? Do you work in an office? Do you travel? Do you work privately with projects? Do you collaborate a lot with teams? How does that look? What are your relationships like? Are they reciprocal? Are they meaning two-way? Are they meaningful? Are they calm? Are they intentional? What does that mean to you? What are your relationships like? what does that person value in their life? Do they value flexibility, freedom, not having to rush from place to place? Having personal conversations, being heard, being respected, being able to really listen to what they need and respond accordingly, being able to communicate what they need, be able to ask for help. What does that person value most? How will your life be different when you achieve these goals? Meaning, what will you be able to do as a result of showing up as this person? Will you have the confidence to speak in front of a group of 100 people, which you never would have done in your life, but you have a powerful message to share? Would you start dating? Would you go out and try to meet different people? Would you edit relationships that are no longer serving you? Would you be more intentional with who you spend your time with and who you spend your energy with? And therefore, you'll be able to do more things in your day that you actually want to be able to do. You'll be able to go out in the middle of the day and do some errands, which you've always had to do on the weekends. You're managing your time better. So now you have time and space to do things that you actually enjoy and want to be doing as part of your day. Who else will positively be impacted? And not to say that you're doing these things for someone else, you're always doing this for yourself first, but as a result of you doing these things for yourself, you are impacting other people. Maybe you're setting a great example for your kids and their relationship with food. So that way they have a very neutral perspective of things and they're not speaking so negatively about their bodies. They're being compassionate with themselves. They're speaking nicely to themselves because you are now doing these things for you. You have more time to spend with the people that you love and that you value. So these are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. And when you envision that person, I want you to really think about, okay, in December, not necessarily like the weather. I know it's like, oh, it's winter, but also there's so many exciting times at the end of the year. And maybe you'll feel more confident navigating all of those parties and social events. Maybe you have a birthday that time of year, and the way that you're going to show up is so different as a result of the steps you're taking now. How good can you feel? How good can you feel? All right, so that is my message for you today. I am just inspired by the energy of the day, and I hope that you take this time and space to do this for yourself. So write this down, envision this for yourself, and start showing up as the person that you get to be 6 months from now. Talk to you soon, sweet friends.